of a pocket pick, but not today. We are going to be going into this one, and keep in mind, one of these two teams will be going home. This is elimination time. This is where the big boys come to play. You have FNATIC coming into this on the defending side, and Durka already going to put himself in a little bit of a forward lean, and x10 on the attack.
So no real piece comes through. A couple of sound cues going to be picked up by Durka here with Sushi and Scary hopping up, but might try and isolate Pattypan up top here. Actually, the recon comes through. Crew's going to slip through, but Durka and Doma both find kills. And Boaster comes in with a shock dart as well.
Yeah. The first man in, struggling a little. Scary's going to find at least an answer back on Durka, but now you've got a 4v2. So Scary and Fox going to try and make something out of this. That wall going to keep them safe for a second, but now with it dissipating, they're going to have to look for that next step. Boaster's going to be tucked on site, but he has the support from Short, Magnum, and Doma. Not too far away. Fox trying to clear through. Boaster could be the first potential target. Not going to happen. Boaster stays alive, and Scary now the 1v4. And you've got that slow wrap around from Mystic as well. So no backing away from this, even with that 38-second mark on the board.
No, just a matter of time here. Yeah, Magnum and Boaster just going to try and run the clock down a little bit. And there you go, Boaster will pick up his third on the round. So a clean pistol come through. Again, Durka managed to open that one up with Cruz trying to slip underneath pipes, but good setup from FNATIC to hold on to this. And actually, initially, I love that little the slow orb and the shock dart combo actually to pick that kill up on Cruz.
And again, while we're in that beautiful replay, shout out to the observers. You got Prius, Sapphire, and Yeti taking you through this, and I haven't even seen a single T-Tors in chat, so you know they're doing good. Now, at this point, FNATIC are 1 up to the lead. We have to see if there's any damage to be garnered from this round. No individual big success from x10. No one kind of pushed anywhere further forward. Boaster getting, you know, all underway. The couple of kills he picked up going to work out well for him to start off with a bit of a bang, but Durka happy to once again post up a little on this. Of course, does have the ability to get away after that first bit of contact, but let's see how much he sticks by this. Cautious peek on the first, and there it is. Backs away on 20-ish HP. Should be okay. He doesn't get the heal, though, so he's going to be feeling a little worse for wear, as Fox does dive on down. So Durka's now dead, and FNATIC do lose a little control of the site, but the HP on all of x10 is exceedingly low. So there shouldn't be too much danger now.
No, 1 HP. 12 HP left on Pattypan. Will get dealt with there. Mystic going to pick up the final 2. We'll close that one out. Again, I'm not sure. Actually, Doma tried to back away from the screen, so I'm not sure if that was a misclick there, and he meant to get the heal off on Durka, but didn't end up mattering anyway. Doma comes back all the way towards default and finds 2 kills of his own to make up for it. A good opportunity here, I guess, with the bonus for maybe FNATIC to try and be a little more proactive in this round. And no presence really shown over towards mid or B in the first 2. And you can see here already x10 leaning that direction. Going to leave Sushi Boy, I guess, to maybe get some control of Belt. But FNATIC reading into this now. Going to have Durka and Doma actually over towards Boiler here, and maybe towards Kitchen. So
I do want to see that duo finding a little bit more comfort, I guess is the word I'd go for. It does seem there's a pause coming in, so hopefully that's resolved quickly. But between the two, I want to get that synergy going. I saw that little, maybe the heal was meant to go to Durka, just kind of misplaced it. But still, I'd love to see those two really synergize here. I think that was something that was slightly missing in that Sentinels game, specifically on ICEBOX. You could see there was a little less of that cohesion between the two, so if they can get that smoothed out, that'd be a really nice look for them to come back into this. But of course, in this scenario, we're looking at the rifles coming out for x10, and they should be able to do damage here.
I think FNATIC are going to be tested with kind of how fast and loose x10 like to play some of their buy rounds, and I think with historically when we look at FNATIC and when they've struggled regionally, they've been against these very reactive teams who like to try and collapse very quickly on first bloods, and they need to control Pattypan in particular in the early rounds, and ice towards Durka and Doma to achieve that. I think across any of the way we see these rounds play out, and actually FNATIC during that pause did actually send a third over towards A, so it's only Mystic and Magnum over here, mid wide open right now for the taking.
Yeah, they might be able to punish towards 1 if they manage to catch that Killjoy, but already Pattypan is right up middle, and this is the guy that can pop off. If you are wanting to see x10 do damage, you want to see this guy get rolling quick. So already Durka could be in trouble. Lovely work from Pattypan, quick hit and run, gonna just back away towards middle, expecting maybe a counter peek to come through, but we can already see it's the deep hold from Mystic kind of giving up the site a fair crack. There is utility there, but it is going to be that deeper hold waiting for the support. And mid's actually not got too much pressure on it, apart from Fox, who turned his attention at the right time. HP's getting dwindled. This is dangerous. They're down to 2 here, Hypok. There is SMGs against them. There was sheriffs. This should not have been this dangerous.
No, nobody from FNATIC able to upgrade just yet, but Mystic still playing all the way deep towards spawn now, actually coming away from Snowman to play a little safer. I like that as well. He's not as easy to corner.
30 seconds left.
And all 3 members of FNATIC now going to stack up around kitchen. They're just going to try and wait out the plant here. Doma and Magnum actually go creeping. They're going to retake control of bottom of tube here. Really, it's going to be difficult for... I mean, they've got to pick something away from default because the sight lines towards mid just... Yeah, look at it. It's 10 seconds now, and they have perfect angles to prevent this.
There it is,
That's Magnum, yeah.
Oh, that's going to be a bit of heartbreak here. Sushi Boys is in so much danger. Yeah, he's done for. Great work between... I've got to highlight to him, Mystic able to stay alive, keep that presence, but not over-peak, not over-commit. Allow them just enough room maintaining control, while the other 2 hit those rotations really well done in the end. And I mean, it's going to be devastating for X10. That round was meant to be the easy one to walk through.
Yeah, and I mean, this right here, again, find that first is actually disgusting, but you're right. The fact that he comes away from Snowman and regroups, it allows him to kind of not play in a corner where potentially actually X10's weapons are way more deadly at that range. They can play distance, and I really, really like that readjustment. Here is... Looked like X10 wanted to flex out a little bit on B lane, but not gonna get any value for it just yet. A little bit of control for the time being, but FNATIC just gonna sit back on this, and only really with the sheriffs. Again, expect FNATIC to try and play distance on this, especially with Durka coming across with the operator now. He's gonna post up towards Snowman. X10 sitting for the time being.
Yeah, and Durka here, keeping cool under pressure, doesn't give away too much of this. Now going to be in a little bit of a situation, but does manage to back away from this. And again, you can see FNATIC playing quite calm here under pressure. The site has been taken, but postured happily for this retake. Until then, Magnum being a loss is a bit of an issue building, but Mystic bails him out with a stunner. Spins around on a dime, gets 3. And now Pattypan has to dig deep on this. This man has been a huge influence on the success of X10. They could do with it right now. That's going to be a key step in the right direction. Now 2 left. Already spotted out 1 earlier. Gets maybe a glimpse on Doma. Yeah, so he knows where the last 2 players are. He could still do work on this one. But how does he stop this? He can't. Durka plucks him out and says, no, that's 4 on the board for FNATIC.
Really good play with the wall. Actually, it creates just this tunnel for Durka to hold. Forces Pattypan to come through and take that angle. Damn, he made it interesting. And that's what we look to in this series, right? Is Pattypan to have rounds like this. Mystic holding things down, though, with these first 3 kills. Absolutely huge. And again, it's only Sheriffs he's up against, but nice nonetheless. That's how things did close out there with that wall.
Nice!
Nice.
I know, it's just, yeah, the casual one. I think that was both from the end. It was just like the casual. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
It's all right, guys. It's all right. And I do want to keep my, my attention drawn towards Durka and how he's approaching this. He will probably get away with a great deal more than he would against, Sentinels, for example. But I do want to see if he's maybe adjusted even coming into this, or if he's going to go back to the way he was playing before. And they put a lot of pressure on the guy, but already a nice mid-take, it looks like, from X10. Pattypan's been able to thread somewhat of the needle, but he needs a shot on Boaster. That's a problem. Sushi Boys does keep his back safe there as Boaster went on that repeat. Nice work from Sushi Boys to double up in middle here.
I like that. Actually, it's the biggest criticism you could have would be the strength in this default. So to have a contingency in place for Pattypan to explore mid there, Sushi Boys will capitalize on it. Give them a little bit of space, actually, to work with. They're going to throw an alarm bot down in kitchen and rotate off. Actually, Mystic, scary creeping through. Investing a Viper spit over here by screen. I'm not sure how much site coverage that's going to give them. Might be able to get the clean plant here on default still. Cuts more sight lines off of FNATIC here.
It does, and well, it's going to be gone soon, so no worries in that regard. Fox has already taken down Mystic. In a 3v4, Magnum trying to work in on this. The flash, he turns in pretty well. And now you're gonna see, oh no way, Boast has found Fox and it's just down to Patty Pan. A 1v4, Post Plant not gonna get it, the double face comes through. You may get Durka, but you don't get Magnum. The defuse comes out again. And I didn't like the ult from Mystic, but I do want to keep highlighting how much time he's buying on these rotations as well. He's being so good at this. That little quick pick that he gets from on top of the ledge, dips back down. Didn't love the ult, but still, even in that, just buys the time on these rotations. And X10 aren't making it to the post plants.
No, you're right. And then actually Fox pushes through and finds the one kill that matters in that situation and removes Mystic from that A site hold. And again, at that point, I got to say, did Cruz catch a self-flash there? I mean, he came round and see, yeah, like Magnum turned it, but yeah, Cruz actually self-flashed there, so really unlucky not to catch that kill on Magnum on back site. And I got to be honest, that's kind of when that falls apart. X10 gonna put their foot on the brake for a moment here. Attack timeout called at 5-0 scoreline. And I'll be honest, execution-wise, they're finding the success that I think was going to be hardest for them, which is kind of getting into sight, getting these plants down, at least getting entry. But FNATIC able to stabilize and recover these rounds seemingly with ease.
No, and it does seem as though it's attack timeout as it stands. They are looking like they are trying to work out how to press the button, which makes me a little worried. I'm nervous, but we'll believe it's all good to go. X10, probably the right time to try and stop the rot, get that answer building, maybe just change up a little bit of that focus coming into this, because you don't want to get any further than 5-0 down at this point. It is FNATIC's choice of map, though, so take from that what you will. Again, though, you don't want blowouts. You don't want to, even coming into, we said it, late in this veto, they could have a good shot at bringing a little bit more towards the plate, but if you get thrashed in map 1, you're not exactly feeling yourself down the line. So hopefully X10 can find an answer here, but I don't know what the answer is at the moment. They've been kind of halted pretty quickly, and the retakes have been good. The composure on some of these site takes has been fantastic. So yeah, a little worrying if they don't find an answer soon.
I'll be honest, I mean, Patty Pan being the highlight player is obviously a huge win condition, but I feel like we need players like Foxes and Sushi Boys to have good games individually here when we anticipate how FNATIC are going to want to play, right? And even just that little piece in mid with Sushi kind of over-peaking Patty Pan, allowing him to kind of slow creep up towards Boiler. It's little things like that that already, like I said, are big positives for me. It's just right now FNATIC turning things around in the retake and kind of negating that early round pressure.
See what this gets them now. The buy is decent enough for X10, but Magnum wants to get aggressive. That's a bit of a problem they have to deal with early as well. Just that little bit of a switch up to the post him up. Durka going to get the glimpse through middle, but falls away after a bit of an exchange with Patty Pan.
Yeah.
Who's going to be down on 27 HP here.
So Durka did get caught there down to 70, but will get healed up. Mystic did actually place his orb on the other side here, so going to stay on pipes for the time being. Again, this position already gone unchecked once.
Poison's off.
Mystic got to be careful. We're actually going to back away here on the cooldown, and actually the set piece comes up on the other side from X10. Cruz swings through, going to find Mystic right away.
Yeah, caught him on the timing. Boast almost got caught out in the open, but fades away just in time. The double face towards the right side of it. Garners Boaster 2 out of nowhere. That's a... Oh, no way. It's a disaster for X10. They just kind of clump up for him. He happily waits and greets it with a smile, and now just Fox alive. The spike's already kind of halfway committed. Thank you again. Look at Yeti doing work here. The spike already committed halfway over, so Durka's going to be able to see enough and maybe even just get a cue that he's crossed. And Fox is going to have to do some mad heavy lifting. Not going to happen. FNATIC once again holding the line, and Boaster getting away with murder.
Yeah, and like I said, it's the early things that, you know, X10 are getting entry into sight. Actually, at this point, I mean, finding Mystic. But right here, I mean, there's nothing to cover off. Nobody's swept through this side of pipes. Nobody's even holding this side of maze. The Boast are able to line the first two up and has a free peek onto the third as well.
I thought Magnum might have already been maybe shoulder peeking, trying to keep that attention that way. There wasn't even any of that. It was just purely Boaster just got the timing right, and nobody was keeping that in mind. That re-aggress could potentially happen. Now Durka going to put himself right amongst them. Good start for Durka. Dashes away, gets to safety, gets that first pick, and again, this is against pistols, man. That's brutal. A little bit of light armor to follow, but the ults are there. They've just not had any time to really bring them through. FNATIC are smothering them.
Yeah, the hard work's done now, and again, actually, it's the, I guess other than Fox, it's the one player on X10 that can really challenge Durka with his flashes, get him off these angles, so it'll be extremely difficult. A Marshall, Frenzy, 2 Sheriffs to get away. Durka will rotate away, going to leave Doma solo right now, and actually timing-wise, he does catch Foxes, yet we'll spot all 3 there, so wisely will back away. Foxes, though! Durka and Doma fall.
How did he get that second on Doma? I was about to praise Doma for kind of playing it quite calm, quite deep. He wasn't over-peaking and just gets dug out of the position. Fox is again going to find his third, though. Big display so far. The man with the rifle now looking to maybe catch Boaster if he slips in. Yes, he does! Excellence from Fox, trying to get that first round for X10. As Mystic is your final man alive. I don't know what he's going to do, but maybe just keep hold of the rifle that he's got in his hands. Doesn't want to give away anything at this point. And yeah, it's time to just chill it out. As I've got to say it, that's just an individual pop-off. Good luck replicating that, but you got to love it when you see it. And he might be trying it. Does he dare check? Let's see. Keep in mind, Mystic is in spawn. And it's just... Oh no. Fox, can you get it? No! Mystic denies. That's just nasty. Costing them... Actually, a couple of the rifles up still up.
I said that was... I was going to say, was that the operator, the one last one to peek there? But beautiful round here.
Impeccable.
Great entry here with him. And like I said, actually the Sheriff didn't end up mattering. I think it would get close enough to find a headshot, at least in the second, onto Doma for a nice little transfer. And actually, it's the one that you least expect them to come away with to be their first round on the board here.
Guess you got to take him when you can get him at this point, and if it's off the back of one player having a big round, you got to hope they can maybe do a little bit more of that. Boaster getting a fair bit of information. There's no challenge on A, so they can maybe lean a little early. Durka's already going to get walking towards middle, but Mystic, I'm sure it's Doma, should know what's coming their way now. Already utility coming in, and there's those ults being invested. We noted them before, and Pattypan going to try and work off the back. Doma denies, and they try and hold some position towards middle, and you can see a bit of a stall now from X10. They're not able to make the progress they had before.
I guess the setup there again. I love the idea. Rolling Thunder comes through. Pattypan desperately tries to close the distance to capitalize on it, but FNATIC setup just perfect in that regard.
He's been watching this a while. He was already in middle. You can see the line of sight here. Just turns away. He's so paranoid, but he's still going to find it on the first. Ults up, sees both of them. Full information noted. Repeaks in. Cruz is going to find Durka, so a chance is had, but it's limited. 30 seconds. They've got to make a big boy play out of this one, but already you can see the position from Doma is good. Sat in on this one. Does anyone get some attention? No, he doesn't need it. The lovely crossfire.
Beautiful.
Contact on one, swing from the other. FNATIC stop it before it starts.
And again, it's just as soon as that happens in mid, you see already that Doma and Boaster don't risk anything. Just hold this super, super deep setup on site. Right here, as soon as that first kill comes through, seeing them both headed now on the minimap, and they don't come through to challenge anything at all. Beautiful counter peek from Boaster. And a little bit of investment. I mean, Sheriff's across the border, Guardian in the hands of Pattypan here. A funky buy nonetheless. At this point, really, we need to see something out of it. Like I said, the concern really was going to be the set plays and the executes coming into this series, and I gotta say, it's not looking good right now.
Spike down, attacker spawn.
No, and look, EU Hope has been in the bin a little bit. Maybe they need this, you know, a little bit of hope to come out from somewhere. But 7-1 as a start is pretty blistering, and it's harsh for X10, but there is room for recovery, not in this round more than likely, as Pattypan and Fox are the last two alive. Spike's going to be way at the back. Pattypan trying to play as best he can to this. But pinned to spawn. It's another one for FNATIC. And I feel it's too early in the evening to be showing this sort of thing.
It's beginning to look that way. It is definitely beginning to look that way. I mean, it's tough because FNATIC are kind of... I mean, Dirk is still playing a similar playstyle, right? And this time around, again, the difference being is just finding value time and time again. Doma pretty much always in a position to either double down or get the trade. It's really, really difficult for X10 to deal with this. And like I said, it comes back just to the same time that we'd say the 2 players to support Pattypan. Ooh, okay.
That's not
Said
bad.
that, yeah. Durka will shut the Pattypan will shut Durka down at the start of this round.
They need a little bit of that fire. A second could be brilliant for them. You can see Cruz trying to work off the back of it. Pattypan now going to lean forward a little, catches another tag towards Doma, but doesn't quite get the kill he wants, and they want to build off the back of this, but you can see the utility gets just poured in from the other side. X10 can't capitalize on that initial pick just yet.
Good, actually. Both Boaster and Doma managed to slip away from that. Now holding very, very deep there. You go, Pattypan finally dealt with. Welcome, so Crew will find one. Mystic trade that out now, but at least now a decent opportunity to set up, but Boaster comes through and finds Sushi immediately.
Scary. Gonna isolate Magnum, now spammed out though. Boaster's not gonna let it go away, and now Fox called upon the 1v1. He gets the first step towards Boaster. It's him against Mystic though. Should have all the information. You can see Mystic trying to not give away too much, but he has to show it. Oh. And now the timing's everything. Mystic tries to make the madman move, but the clutch comes out from Fox. And a great round for them to close down on, maybe necessary for just a breath of fresh air.
They're really, really well played. And again, it's Doma looks to find that trade on Pattypan, but gotta respect the Blade Storm. Yeah, but again, it felt a little awkward there as things progressed, and FNATIC got a couple of kills back in their favor. I love this here. So the Aldron comes through, it actually nearly closes the distance.
There's a second away.
Onto him.
But it was your Red Bull clutch, so X10 pulling a couple of these rounds back off the back of some great individual work. There's no one doubting the individuals from X10, but Mystic going to invest the ult towards this, feeling the instantaneous pressure towards A. That's going to deny a lot of room to work, but Pattypan's going to try and find a route forward, but Mystic denies straight up out of there. Now Mystic keeps trying to work forward. He's still trying to hold this line. So much pressure, so much util, all the spam his way, but he's unmoved.
Actually, both are going to throw down 100 Fury. Does get an initial tag here, and we're going to be able to follow up, and Sushi Boy's actually going to invest the lockdown. I like that. In response to the Hunter's Fury going out, no real counter now to shut this down, and maybe an attempt to cancel out. Oh, the Nano Squad's perfect as well. He's going to get detained.
Yeah, Mystic just has to sit and wait. He can't do anything, just watch as it unfolds around him. But now as the smoke depletes, you're still going to see players here. Doma still up on towards the rafters. It puts it down towards Durka, and Boaster up against Cruz. Cruz watching that push in. He catches the player on short, and now Durka put into the 1v2. Spike now to be planted. Both a little lower than before, but it is the op, so HP is not going to be a huge factor the first. I thought he had it, but no, up and over. Desperate for the shot. Bold attempt there. 30 HP. This could be it. It is. Fox again with the shutdown, closing out the round. But X10 finding value off the back of that killjoy.
Yeah, nice little setup there. Again, Mystic able to play inside, but tries to slip back into that little slice of backside. The Nano Swarm forces him out. It's a really nice take actually from X10, and yeah, right here actually playing this. There was a moment where I thought they were going to give him kind of an opportunity to peek onto Cruz, I think, who was on default, with Fox kind of stuck underneath the rope. They managed to close things out with a shock dart here, and I mean, really, they can get the fourth. It's not going to be the worst half ever, considering how this started. Durka now from the... this is the spot we always see him.
Yeah, and like the guillotine again, going to be just claiming more and more bodies. Only one this time. Good trade comes out. Doma has to fall away, tries to buy some time.
Unresable as well.
That's a very good point. I don't think they managed to quite catch the fallback, but the upgrade on the op. But you could see the punish coming out, catching Boaster on the push-up a little.
That's going to be the green light, actually, for X10 to come over now. If Cruz finds one of these lurking kills, it's going to be massive, but no, Mystic and Doma with the double swing. Discipline there, Magnum got himself into a dirty spot. Finds the first, but traded out by Fox.
Fox is the glue to this team at the moment, and he's been holding this together for them. But the res did come in. Durka's back on his feet. Mystic, Doma, and Durka. Yeah, nice one, analyst. Fox, though, gonna instantly put him back in his grave and looks to keep claiming some more. The stunning aim from this man. It's on point now. Gonna just try and fall away, keep the time building. And the rounds, here's Fox is unrelenting. He wants to give them the gap. He wants to give them a buffer. Give them a chance in that second half.
I love that as well. Just completely pushing through, being proactive. He wants to retake this space in mid to cut off that rotation. As soon as the res comes through, he knows that he might be able to isolate one of these players and immediately finds Durka. And also, actually, I mean, plan B-wise, he's able to play mid here with the Hunter's Fury. Again, if it comes down to it, with Sushi Boy setting all the way back towards Belt, I really love that, actually. A 2v3 again. To be able to put the advantage back in your favor there, just on the back of a little bit of aggression. Absolutely earned that one. And as I said, actually comes out 8-4 and the best of a bad situation overall for X10.
Yeah, the recovery was paramount to getting them back into this, just that little buffer. But hey, look, FNATIC and Pistols. They've won so far, but, you know, it was a bit of an issue before. And if X10 close this out, it gives them that gateway back to a way easier scoreline to manage. We'll see. As FNATIC now will be on the attacking side. And Patipan waiting patiently. See him get a spot towards this play up, and it was the right place. The timing! Oh, it's heartbreak.
My word.
He's lucky to be alive, but...
Yeah. That's really unfortunate. Aftershock going to clear out a couple of players off pipes, or actually at least force them out in the open. Magnum and Durka just want to double down on this.
It seems they have to push off the back, and now Patipan's still alive, barely, but is standing, just trying to find his way around all of this utility. Viper's work just absolutely everywhere. Sudden reveal, and he's going to be surprised by Doma. Faking out the spike plant for the first, but actually is committing on this one now with the spike plant. You see Bosa tries to keep him safe here. Fox is right amongst them and just gets plucked on through. And now down to 2, Sushi Boys and Scary. Trying to find these 2 players, but that wall is so obnoxious to deal with.
Yeah, going to be really difficult to dig Doma or Boaster off there. Again, just splitting this 2-2. Yeah, not an awful lot for X10 to do here. The Nanoswarm comes through, forces him out. Just too much to deal with there for Sushi Boys. And FNATIC will close. Pissed around in the second half. Really, really good stuff, actually. Again, actually, all the right moves from X10 to try and stop that initial aggression. But I think actually a little bit of no respect shown on the side of Durka and Magnum to just charge through. It pays dividends for them. Sure, we were supposed to catch the end of that one, but...
Solid. Durka going to be working forward, and actually a bit of a stack here, but gets red and undone. I thought they may be able to get away with a little bit more from that, but not the case. 2 players instantaneously gone, and the play towards the side begins. Who's on top? What a shot from him, though. Lovely connection. Gonna slow down the piece, at least from FNATIC for now. Any more would be brilliant.
Wall up. Again, the Viper's wall just to block line of sight. Could do any damage to it before it reinforces. Durka now behind yellow. Swings out, sees way more than he's bargaining for. But Boaster going to find the first with the shock dart, and the last Fox will fall. FNATIC now double digits. And this is the sort of round here. Again, X10's first buy round. I want to see them lean heavily towards taking some of this early control, but it's just so difficult with the way Durka plays, and not an awful lot other than Cruz, like I said, to really kind of force him off these early round angles. It's got to be a really, really well thought out setup from X10. It's really, really tough. It really is.
Let's see what the answer is. They'll have plenty of footage to go over. Just do what Sentinels did, Forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Patipan. Seemingly very aware of the potential pressure about to mount towards his side. He's not alone in this either. He does have support here. Crew's not too far away. Oh, that's a lovely shot from him. Gonna just fade away off to the back of claiming Durka, and now actually gonna He's double dipping on this. He's going back for a little bit more. Couldn't quite land the shot he needed as Doma can just keep that movement up around the corner and take it towards the site.
Fox now. I find Bosa, Viper's a bit invested here, and he's actually just trying to charge all the way through. He will get spotted out. Doma cleans him up. Goons will send out the fault line, but again, playing so deep here and unable to really follow up on the pressure created by Fox. I don't think they can contest this hold on A. Spike's still not even down yet, so FNATIC just waiting for them to push in. Wall goes up just to be extra safe. And actually breaks through it here, but no kill. Cruz has to hit that reload, and now they can reset. Still got the snake bite. Great opportunity to play post plant here. And actually Mystic gonna swing back through for good measure.
It's a shutdown. 11 on the board.
Just quickly though, Patipan finds first blood, and
Sure.
again he goes back to re-explore. There's no support there. There's nothing from Fox. There's nothing from Cruz. There's no kind of support structure around that, and they do the hard job, right? Which is kill Durka. They find the first blood. It's really tough to watch this because it's just comes down to a couple of minute readjustments where they have the utility to do so. It's not being put in place.
No, it's unfortunate because X10 getting to this point was highly impressive, and I think all of us became slight fans of Patty. Desperation plays coming out now, just trying to dive head first towards it, and FNATIC just running the same again here, taking that control building. Fox this time goes back in, and they're just clutching at straws, and nothing's coming through. It's just slipping through their fingertips, and you're down to just 2 here. Well, unfortunate for X10, but FNATIC just going through the motions, it feels like.
Yeah, they've hit their stride here, and I think you're absolutely right. It's desperation plays. This round all but concluded. Scary, just outside this. Cloudburst might find one, actually. Durka hits him with the moves. Doma going to clean things up, but a Prime Gaming flawless to put FNATIC on map point here on ICEBOX.
And here we go. This could be map 1. It has been a bit of a blowout if FNATIC close now. It's on X10. You got to put up more than this. FNATIC are playing like their life is on the line right now, and it is. This is an elimination game, and they have brought out everything. They are not holding back for a second. Durka's on point. Everyone's firing on all cylinders, and X10 look a little slower to this.
Yeah, and I mean, the big question coming into this series would have been, how much of an impact did that other series have on FNATIC? So to come to the elimination game and play like this, it's a huge positive for me. Again, before day 1 started, a big thing with both of the EMEA teams was, what are we going to see on LAN?
Yes. And at this point, road to recovery is good. This is still, though, FNATIC's map choice. So X10 fans, don't despair just yet. There is still room. But if it keeps going this way, if there's no extra rounds to be found, I've got to feel their hearts are going to be sinking. But Fox has been desperately trying to do something with this. He's been pulling his weight and then some, but Doma does not care for any of your feelings. Doubles down, and it gets 2, and now it's just 1. Cruz left with it all to do in map 1 here. As elimination will start being said more and more. Cruz now tries to step in. Boaster says no. FNATIC's first step instead.